I'm excited to announce that the adjustable angle hinge connector for 1-inch EMT conduit is finally here. In today's video, we're going to go over a few of the features that you'll find across the entire MakerPipe connector system, and then we're going to talk about some really exciting things that you can do with this specific connector, and it's going to be really cool, so stay tuned for that. But first, if you're new to the MakerPipe building system, there's a few features built in that you should know about. First of all, we make the connectors from steel in our shop in upstate South Carolina, and we coat the steel parts with a silver zinc coating that is corrosion resistant, so you can use it indoors and outdoors. It'll be durable and it'll last a long time, as we've seen from builds shared by community members. And in addition to that, you'll also find that there is a pocket feature in the connectors, which means you only need a single 5mm hex wrench to put it together. And the way that works is the nut will lock in place inside of the pocket, which means whenever you're tightening the bolt on the other side, you don't have to hold a wrench on this other side, which makes it really easy because you only need that one tool to put it together. Now, the adjustable angle connector is split up into two halves. We call this the end clamp, and there's a pipe that terminates inside of the end clamp, as you can see here, and you'll just securely clamp this in place and tighten it down before you attach it to the puzzle piece clamp, which is what we call this because the puzzle piece is here that you interlock together. Now, the way this is designed, it's meant to be a hinge connector as well as you can use it for bracing and adding angled pipes to your build as well. But as a hinge, basically, you would just put the end clamp in, add the bolt through it, and then it allows you to pivot it and hinge all the way up to 90 degrees in either direction, which is really cool. And then you can also, like I said, secure it and tighten it if you want to, secure it in a specific angle to add a brace in your build. Now, because we designed this to be a hinge, when it's on its own, meaning there's no connector on the other end of the pipe and it's just sticking off like this, it is possible that if you, grab onto it and pull down, you'll be able to rotate it inside of the puzzle piece clamp, and that's just because it's meant to be a hinge. So if you're using it as a brace or something like that, you want to make sure that you secure it to your build here, and then on the other end of the pipe as well, add another adjustable angle connector or a T or a 45, whatever makes the most sense for your project to secure it in place. And that's basically the general use of the adjustable angle hinge. And you can also buy the pieces separately. So if you just want to buy the end clamp, you can use this as a mounting point in your build. As you can see here, once it's securely clamped in place, you've got this end point here that you can use to secure things to your build. We've also seen some really clever hinges and different things from community members, which is really cool. And then you can also use the puzzle piece clamp separately, as we've talked about in other videos, to secure a flat surface flush to the pipes in your build. So you would basically just have it on the material, drill a hole through it, and then you secure the nut and bolt to clamp it in place, and then you have a flush mounted material, and you can do a 1/4 inch thick material between these pieces, which actually brings us to a really exciting feature that I think you guys are going to love. So we designed this specifically to have the same thickness or kind of depth or dimensions as the 3/4 inch. And what that means is, obviously, the connector pieces are, vastly different in size just because of the size of the conduit. But the end clamp and the puzzle piece clamp, the gaps are going to be the same, which means you can mix and match the end clamp and the puzzle piece clamp between the two different sizes of EMT conduit. So let's say you've got a 3/4 or a 1 inch, pipe in your build that you connect the puzzle piece clamp to. You can then add the 3/4 inch pipe for the bracing or for the hinge off of it. And then you can do the same thing if you've got a 3/4 inch pipe that you want to add a 1 inch angled support to. You can mix and match these and secure them the same way as if you were using the same size for both pieces, which is really exciting. And that also works for the adjustable angle flange that we have for 3/4 inch. You can get just the base pieces for the 3/4 inch adjustable base, and then add the end clamp for 1 inch in between those, and then create an adjustable angle flange for 1 inch EMT conduit, which is really exciting. Or, of course, you could leave it loose and make a hinge, which is really awesome. That's probably my favorite feature of the new 1 inch adjustable angle connector. And something else that you'll find that's new is the 3/4 inch doesn't have the pre-drilled holes for the set screws, but on the 1 inch adjustable angle, you'll find those on both the end clamp and the puzzle piece clamp on both sides, so you can add those if you want some extra security for the connections. But all this to say that we're really excited to have these out in the community. I know you guys have been waiting a while for them, so we appreciate your patience. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll leave a link to the connector in the description if you want to check it out in more detail. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in the next one.